program is part of the Scene Project's podcast network. The Scene Project features interviews with independent musicians, comedians, and artists from across the Midwest. Become part of our community and support local art wherever you are.
Streams filling our hands, begging to be solved, remembering the lives we lived before, searching for answers out in the void. We're all just restless girls and boys, looking for keys to open the door. Time's everlasting, time never lasts. Seconds slipping from my grasp, holding you closer, holding our breath. Observing the march of time as the present quickly fades into our past. Swimming in circles now and we can't get out and we can't get off this ride. A vessel is tossing in the waves. Step up the shadows, no need to hide. Our future is rising with the tide. The only thing we need to be is brave. Time's everlasting, but time never lasts. Quite as long as we wanted to. Watching seconds slipping from my grasp, holding you closer, holding our breath. Observing the march of time as the present quickly fades into our past.
Welcome into another exciting episode of The Scene. I am your host, Bubba Startz, and you are here for Unsigned Spotlight. Yet again, I am joined by my co-host, AJ Waller from across the pond. Don't forget to unmute yourself, sir.
I thought you were going to do that for me. Good evening, everyone. How's everybody?
I am great today, AJ. It's good to see you. Usually we get a chance to talk earlier in the day, but I've had a busy one, and I'm sure you have as well. How are you?
He dumped me for a female. I heard it. I was listening in on your conversation, and there was a female artist, and that's it. I was out there. Just completely dropped. The co-host was dropped. We normally have our catch up. Didn't even get a chance to have a cup of coffee because I was too interested on what you got to say.
Funny enough, AJ, it was our good friend Ellie Arnold, who we featured on the show earlier this week, that I was talking to, making some big plans for this tour coming up from the Scene Projects next spring. So some big news and some big things coming from us here at the Scene Projects. What's new on the other side of the pond, friend?
What's new on the other side? And do you know what? I spent a day in we told the viewers about this last night, a spud shack. So I tell you what, I was serving up jacket potatoes down by the sea, and it was absolutely amazing. It's quite nice weather today, actually, in the UK. I was quite surprised. Music-wise, it's been a bit quiet this week. I've had some great music sent through from a friend of mine over in the French borders, called Muriel, and she's sent me some great tracks in that I promised her that I was going to play. But, yep. I've managed to find a Muriel, and we're going to play them tonight. So I've got some great surprises for you coming up in the show tonight.
Awesome. I dug up some great ones out of my archives here as well. I am loading up some press photos and all of that good stuff as I go. We will create the banners on the fly. Why don't we tell them about the Christmas party off the top, though? I think we haven't mentioned Christmas enough on our streams this week.
I just want to know what I'm getting for Christmas. You know, is it in the post?
Mostly
Am I going to
coal.
be excited? Mostly coal. Thanks for that, Mister. That's what Vanessa got me this year. You know, I don't know how much coal. I don't actually have a fire, which is real. It's just like an electric one, and if I put real coal in there, I think I'm going to burn the house down. But anyway, let's go back to the Christmas party. So the Christmas party on the 21st of December. If you want to come and join us, we are going to be live across all of the channels that you can see us tonight. We're going to be raising money for Make-A-Wish Foundation, which is a fantastic charity supporting children who have palliative care needs. So please, please, please bring yourself along, bring your wine glass along, bring some great tunes along, but also make sure you bring your pennies because we want to raise as much money as we can. I've got another little video to show you, okay? So bring those tissues ready, okay, because we're going to be doing a bit of Make-A-Wish from CNN sports coverage, which was done about 4 months ago. There's some great kids on there, meeting some great stars over in the US. He's just gone quiet. Look, I left him to it for 2 seconds, and I've just got humming in the background.
Well,
what are you
I'm
doing?
trying to find, I could have swore that I had uploaded 3 songs, and I only see 2. So that's a
I'll tell you what, everyone. Listen, Bubba was having a go at me on Monday about doing my homework before each show. Okay, so this is just goes to show you, okay, that we're not organised. Okay, Bubba's tonight. He's not organised tonight. He hasn't done his homework. I had done my homework by 6:30 this afternoon, and all of my pictures and all my banners were on. And yeah, you were too busy chatting up the ladies.
You got that right. Nope, that's not it either. Okay, well.
And he's still unorganized. Look at him, everyone. Anyway, let's keep going with the Christmas.
This is a live show, buddy.
Well, it is a live show, but people expect you to be organized, okay?
Yeah,
you know, they can't have a running commentary of just you humming in the background.
You
okay, the whole hour.
Get what you want, but if you try sometimes.
Well, do you know what? I tried to do that at home, and Vanessa always tells me the same thing, okay, that I can't always get what I want.
Yeah. You know what you can get, though? Some great independent music here on the Scene Projects with Unsigned Spotlight. AJ, why don't you kick us off with the first song today on the show? What do you got for us?
What have I got for you? Well, let me have a look. Shall I blast your eardrums off with a bit of heavy rock? Should we just like mellow you in with a bit of pop? Which one do you fancy?
I like a lot of energy to start the show, so I have no problem with some heavy rock to get it done.
Ah, brilliant. Okay, so I'm going to go with Dawn of the Rising. I have interviewed this band on 2 or 3 occasions, and they are absolutely amazing. Multi-award winners over with the International Singer-Songwriters and also the Jose's. They were formed in 2016. They're based out of Phoenix, Arizona. And if you like your hard-hitting, heavy rock music, this is their latest single, which has just literally come out. And I'm going to play it for you now. It's called Make Your Peace.
Prayers up to heaven, time's come to pay your
Oh, yes, sir, AJ. That's one way to fire up on a Wednesday afternoon. Incredible.
Let's rock with John of the Devil, their new single. I love it.
Yeah. I love a genre-less show, right? I think a lot of people, when you're bringing a radio show, you're usually stuck inside of a box. And you know that you can't fit us inside of a box, AJ.
You cannot fit us inside of a box. And this is the pleasure of unsigned artists. We have so much to choose from, with every single genre being sent to us every single day. And that's what I love about music from the independent music scene.
And if you love independent music, we need you to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Come over and see us on YouTube. That's where all the action is, on the Scene Projects page. You can also follow it at the Phoenix Rise PR and Management YouTube as well. And make sure you help us get those subscriber counts up. Christina Avila, good to see you. We've been chatting all morning, and actually, I'm going to use that as a good segue into this next song by this next artist, someone who's going to be featured on the Scene Projects very soon on an episode of Love Noise. This is a song called Celebrate the Change by Dave Rebels. We're going to add him in here and get this song playing. A big shout out to Christina for bringing this song to us today. I couldn't make it happen without you, Christina. Thank you.
Change is on the wind, I feel it stir me from within, and my eyes are on the horizon, and I'm searching once again. I'd forgotten the simple truth, life's a journey always new. Though we stop sometimes to look around, eventually we move. Because change is wonderful and change is great. Change means growth, a new beginning, not an end. Although there'll always be sad times when you love the things you lose. Life is a thread we weave through time, and our dreams we must pursue. So embrace the change in you. Celebrate the change in you. Well, my ship sails at dawn, new adventure lay beyond. I only hope the friends I've made will wish me well as I move on. Carry their memories to color my world, forever a part of my destiny, and the lessons I've learned. That change is wonderful and change is great. Change means growth, a new beginning, not an end. Although there'll always be sad times when you love the things you lose. Life is a thread we weave through time, and our dreams we must pursue. So embrace the change in you. Celebrate the change in you. I know it's hard sometimes to free your mind, to live your life, to unlock those chains that bind you and confine you. Will your mind do it? Celebrate, 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 celebrate. Celebrate, 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 celebrate. Celebrate. So embrace the change in you.
I love it. That's the great Dave Revels. I cannot wait to talk to him either next Wednesday on our episode of Love Noise. That'll be happening at 7 p.m. Central Time here in the U.S., the middle of the night for AJ. He doesn't get to tune into a lot of those episodes, but I'm sure he catches them on the replay all the time.
I always catch him on the replay. First thing, as soon as I wake up in the morning, it's the first thing I watch. I promise, honest. I tell you what, you're gonna absolutely love Dave. Absolutely brilliant artist, and he's got some great, great tracks. Such a soulful voice as well. Such a nice guy, really is, and he's got a lot of time for a lot of people.
Incredible. Yeah, I big shout out to you for bringing Christina into my world, and I look forward to a lot more of this. Our worlds colliding. We've talked quite a bit about it, and I think they're a great space that they're going to do that is obviously going to be at our Christmas party happening on the 21st of this month. We hope you all tune in live. We could still use your tracks if you're an independent artist tuning in. If you have a holiday track, we would love to play it at our party. It's going to start at 3 p.m. Central Time US. That's 9 o'clock p.m. out there in the UK, across the Atlantic Ocean on that little island they call Great Britain. Oh.
Wait, what do you mean little? Okay, just because America is like absolutely massive and we're just a tiny little island. Twice in the last 2 months, we've been talked about our size over in the UK. Okay, we're quite reasonable size. Okay, although we may look little on the map, but it's nothing about the size. It's what you can do with it. Okay, but actually, the UK we're not doing much at the moment, especially with our prime minister. I think I'd swap your prime minister for us any day.
It's not much better here, but of course, the email scrolling across the bottom, you can send in song submissions to the show. We would love to play them. We are all about supporting independent music here at the Scene Projects and on Unsigned Spotlight. We have a great list of services, and one of them being our Scene Projects Academy that would not be possible without my friend AJ Waller and some of his beautiful people. AJ, tell us a little bit about the Academy and what it's doing for independent artists out there.
The Academy seems to be keep growing, and we keep getting lots of different people come up to us and saying, "Hey, I know I've got a great way of helping independent artists. I've got a songwriting course that I have just put together, or a guitar course that I've got put together. You musicians out there, I'll tell you what, there's some educators out there. So basically, what we're asking you to do is bring your knowledge to the independent music scene and make our new independent artists into absolutely fantastic artists for the future. I've got a 15-year-old in the UK who's absolutely amazing, and her and her dad basically are working really hard here in the UK to get our music heard worldwide. And actually, that little bit of help, that little bit of extra songwriting support would absolutely be absolutely amazing. And that's what the Academy's doing. We're bringing together artists for artists and basically making the independent artists stream as strong as ever going to be. So yeah, there's lots of courses on the way, which are going to be held in a platform called School, just like your traditional school, but one to get online. So yeah, plenty coming up from the Academy, and it's absolutely great fun. And if you want to join in, just give me or Bubba a bit of a message.
Yeah, if you'd like to be a one of our tutors or mentors inside of there, you have something to offer. Or if you are one of the aforementioned artists that are in need of different services, whether it's a singing lesson from the great Michael Cagle, or it is songwriting lessons from our good friend Jesse McAllister, who can teach you how to use AI to amplify what you're writing and how to bring that to fruition with some of these incredible programs like Suno to get these demos out into the world where they can be heard to be then produced into the full songs. And there's just so much that I'm learning inside of the Academy. It's all housed at thesceneprojects.com. You can find the Academy/Academy, but there's a lot of other services and an artist roster directory that's in there. You can, of course, find my free book on the homepage and download that for free. And get to know me a little bit better, get to know where I come from and how I achieved the Content Creator of the Year status in a short amount of time in 2024, and how we're going to repeat that with the work that we've done in 2025. So a lot of information over there. Get to know the hosts of some of our shows, get to know AJ and some of our mentors, and continue to grow in this community with us. You can actually do quite a bit of that by going to group.thesceneprojects.com and joining our community online directly there. It will keep you at the forefront of news inside the Scene Projects and bring you a little bit closer to all of your favorite artists as well. AJ, are you ready for some more music?
I am ready for some more music. Definitely. What should we bring you today? We've had a bit of hard rock, so I'm not going to blast your ears out again. I think I'm going to go in between, and I'm going to go for a bit of pop, which comes from France. So this one I only heard today. It was sent in by Muriel over ISSA and My Indie Radio. Axeo Miles is an alternative pop singer-songwriter performing artist living in Nashville, Tennessee. So she's actually not in France. She's in Nashville, Tennessee, but actually Muriel, being her PR manager over in France, is the one who looks after her. So I have actually heard this. This is an absolute cracker. So if you enjoy your pop music, this one's for you, okay? So I'm just going to find it for you, and then I'll be right with you. Hey, mister, looking over at the screen, why don't you tell everybody a bit more about that amazing Scenes project, and maybe mention how we, the services we got, especially the actual one where they can actually put their videos onto Roku. That's an amazing project.
Yeah, we have a distribution network through True TV Plus to take your music videos directly onto Roku. We are building and have built a channel over there specifically for this purpose. So with MTV slowly fading into the background and all but completely out of the music business, we are bringing music videos back to the forefront of consumer consumption, if you will. So make sure that you check out our services. We would love to promote your music video, your songs on our radio station, as well as here on Unsigned Spotlight. But let's get those music videos going. And I think what we see in the future for this, AJ, is that instead of the, what do they have? Chive TV, I see in a lot of restaurants like the Buffalo Wild Wings and those things, that you'll have our music videos playing from the Scene Projects TV live on Roku 24/7. I think it's going to be a great thing. It's just getting started, so you can be one of the very few videos featured right now. If you have a music video, reach out to me and email, and we will walk you through the process there, or go find it at thesceneprojects.com/services and get a hold of us. Are you ready, AJ?
I've just got to ask you one more thing. I'm sorry. You asked me about an English dictionary. I'm completely lost. What the hell is Chive TV? Is that some sort of like free channel over the US?
The Chive was a website. I do believe it started off, and this was probably 15 years ago. But it was all it was an aggregate of content, whether that was, pictures of girls or guys or funny things that you saw on the internet, cats that intrigued you. They just aggregated a bunch of content, and they started a TV channel where it's much of the same. It's short, 5-10 second clips that runs on a continuous stream. It's like Vine, right? You remember the old
I get it. Yeah. I remember Vine, yeah.
Yep. So
I remember
similar to that, and now they have a TV channel, and we'd like to boot that off those TVs and take over some of that space for ourselves.
I'll tell you what, that sounds small fry. We're going after MTV spot, because I know that MTV shut down, so we are going to be the new MTV. But anyway, I'm going to go on with the music, and the next one is called Somebody. That's what I feel like every day. I'm somebody. Okay, I'm going to play this one.
I'm starting to think I'm the problem, crying myself to sleep and then not knowing what I do wrong, yeah. Can't help but think I might be starting a spiral. Anxious, my favorite title. Reach for another bottle. Wanna forget how I'm feeling like I'm not important again to you. You realize what you're doing, do you? It's crazy, baby, how you make me weak so easily. You got me so paranoid, thinking that you're annoyed. Only reach out when it's convenient. Don't feel bad about playing the deep, and now you think it makes me feel. No, none of this is real. I just wanna be someone, somebody, you know it. I can't help it. I just wanna be, just wanna be, just wanna be someone, somebody. Just wanna be, just wanna be, just wanna be someone, somebody. Even if it means killing part of me, you don't wanna see. I can be anything that you want me to be, as long as I'm someone, somebody. No, I'm just another one of your options. No, you won't say it, but you know it's obvious. Love is a game for you. Said I was here for you. Now I'm just feeling you. No, I'm not feeling you. Sometimes I wish you'd stay around, considering what all we've been through. But all you do is bring me down. You got me, you got me, you got me paranoid, thinking that you're annoyed. Only reach out when it's convenient. Don't feel bad about playing the deep, and now you think it makes me feel. No, none of this is real. I just wanna be someone, somebody, you know it. I can't help it. I just wanna be, just wanna be, just wanna be someone, somebody. Just wanna be, just wanna be, just wanna be someone, somebody. Even if it means killing part of me, you don't wanna see. I can be anything that you want me to be, as long as I'm someone, somebody. Just wanna be, just wanna be, just wanna be someone, somebody. Just wanna be, just wanna be, just wanna be someone, somebody. Even if it means killing part of me, you don't wanna see. I can be anything that you want me to be, as long as I'm someone, somebody.
What a great track there from Zoe Miles. Someone, somebody. What an awesome little tune.
Look at us for crackers today. I'm like smashing it out of the park. What's going on now? This show is going to be bragging. Like, give me a year's time, and these awards are going to be flooded. I'm going to have a shelf right here. We're going to put them all along here because Michael Kaggle knows it's award season, everybody. We are starting to get those awards in, and I always forget December is normally a really busy period for everyone because everybody's going out and doing those dreaded Christmas gigs. However, it is award season, and the Jose's and also ISSA's have put their early entry forms in. Okay, so make sure you get those early entry forms in because yeah, it saves you a bit of money, but also it actually puts you right to the top. Okay, and as I am representative of Phoenix Rise, okay, your music mentorship service, I'm actually going to get these people to get their songs in nice and early so you can be seen right at the top and actually those nominations as they come flooding in because we are talking a lot of nominations. You know, Bubba was at the Joe Days not so long ago, and obviously we saw his little interview book. I'm sure it's his dating book, but it's his interview book from the Joe Days. Okay, which basically shows how busy they actually were. So, Michael Kaggle, have you got your forms in? Okay, and I want to make sure that I have some more artists to send. So, please, 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 if you are an unsigned music star and you want your music played out on the radio, or you want support to get over to these nominations nice and early, please follow the likes of Michael Kaggle because we want to get you seen. We want to get you as many competitions all over the world as we can because they're starting now, okay? So that's the ones in America. The ones in the rest of the world are going to be close behind, like the red carpets over in Europe, in Holland. They are also now taking entries as well. So, yeah, lots coming up with the independent unsigned scene.
Actually, I was up late last night, the middle of the night. I woke up and I had to get my submissions in for your consideration from the Midwest Country Music Organization, which consequently, this next artist that we're going to bring on and this next band are fellow members of the Midwest CMO. This is going to be Katie and the Honky Tonks with their song Two Steppin' in the Shower off their most recent album, Ain't No Shame. Great batch of people here from the great state of Iowa here in the United States. I am very thrilled to have played this song previously on an episode of Love Noise, but this is Katie and the Honky Tonks with Two Steppin' in the Shower.
Whiskey drinking woman, I chase all my shots with beer. Wake up in the morning with last night's makeup in my hair. Just another day now for this honky-tonk girl. Don't let it fool you, boys, I got a man and he changed my world. Don't need the hair of a dog that bit me. I got a good-hearted man who pulls my hair back with a flower. And believe you me, will be two-stepping in the shower. Walk like a matador and feel like a truck. Boy caught my eye in his skin tight cowboy cuts. Just another day now for this honky-tonk girl. Don't let it fool you, boys, I got a man and he changed my world. Don't need the hair of a dog that bit me. I got a good-hearted man who pulls my hair back with a flower. And believe you me, will be two-stepping in the shower. Whiskey drinking woman, I chase all my shots with beer. Wake up in the morning with last night's makeup in my hair. Just another day now for this honky-tonk girl. Well, back off, baby, I got a man and I changed his world. Don't need the hair of a dog that bit me. I got a good-hearted man who pulls my hair back with a flower. And believe you me, will be two-stepping in the shower. Two-stepping in the shower. Oh, two-stepping in the shower. Two-stepping in the shower. Two-stepping in the shower. Oh, two-stepping in the shower.
Great little song there from my friends Katie and the Honky Tonks. What'd you think, AJ?
You know, actually, I agree with Michael. You know, it was really, really kind of cool. It was kind of cool. I love this tonight. We have got so much. We started off the night of the show with some really loud, like heavy rock music. We've gone from pop, and now we're into country as well. We're covering all sorts of genres here tonight.
Yeah, well, and the great part is that people literally watched us produce this show as we were starting. So it's not like there's a lot of planning that goes into the
There's
selection of
no
the
planning
song.
whatsoever. That's the best bit about it. That's why it's live. We just turn up like 5 minutes before, put together whatever we're going to put together, and then just throw it out here and it'll be run by everyone else for what everyone else wants, you know. So there's tiny bit of planning in the background, but not much, you know.
Not much at all. It's just this is kind of the soundtrack of our lives, right? These are what are sent into us, and this massive catalog of independent music that we each have, and having the opportunity to come in and to share that with the world is something that I don't take for granted at all, AJ. I think we
Definitely
have
not.
fallen into one of the most incredible situations that a couple of guys like us could have ever fallen into. And I'm very
Yes.
grateful that all of our life experience has brought us here now.
And now we get to do it together. That's what I like. You know,
I would have
there's
never done
two
it on my
friends
own.
from there, but
And I know that you have experience DJing, but you know, we didn't necessarily either one of us have this show because it's a lot. It's a lot to have to sit there and to dominate the conversation while you're also producing and getting all the music out there. That it just takes that person on the other side of the camera to have that little bit of interaction with, to keep you motivated when maybe there aren't listeners. Now, I'm very grateful for Michael Cagle, who's been tuning in with us every afternoon and throwing in the comments. And we should just toss him a link so he can co-host the show with us as well, with as much input as he has over it anyway. But it's tough to do that when you don't have that interaction and you're just kind of spitballing out to the internet. So I'm very grateful for you,
it's
AJ,
hard.
always taking time out
You
of
know,
your
it
week.
is hard. It is hard for all of those DJs out there who cannot see. You know, I remember being a wedding DJ, and literally you can see the crowd in front of you. You can read how many people and the type of reactions and the type of music they like and things like that. You can have that banter with them, but it's so much harder being a radio DJ behind a digital screen, not knowing who's there. You know, we're open to Facebook, to YouTube, to TikTok. Hi guys, hi everybody, whoever's listening. But it's really hard to know what's going on. So please comment on the show, send in your information, send in your songs, and come and join us because we are going to be giving up our evenings at 7 o'clock UK time, and I think it's about 1 o'clock for you over in the US, isn't it?
Yep. Yep.
And we're going to be giving that Monday to Friday. So what better time to come and join us live? And come on, couple of good-looking guys, and Michael Cagle in the background as well, who can come and join the show as well. Come and join us and spend the afternoon, stroke evening hour with us, and come and listen to some great tunes with us.
I need a little Michael Cagle in my back pocket to say nice things about me all day.
Do you know what, Michael? You are just the absolute most amazing bloke I know. And at the end of the day, you always keep me smiling. And I know your husband, Jason's probably in the background listening, but, if we can borrow him, Jason, we will put one of your tracks on in the next couple of days, But I think actually, Michael needs to come and join us.
It's nice to know that what you're doing is appreciated. And yes, we've played some of Michael's songs, but he's tuning in here to hear these other artists and to see what else is out there, to be inspired. And I think that that's what is going to progress this show to a wider and wider audience, is that other artists are going to come here to be inspired to write their next hit by hearing what else is out there. Because I think with as connected as we all are in the world on our phones, that we're also very isolated, and we get very much in the vacuum of our tiny little world, and we forget what else is out there. And I feel like that's a little bit of our job, is to go out there and to pluck those apples from these other trees and to bring them out, a half a dozen at a time every day here, every weekday anyway, and to provide a little bit of entertainment. maybe a laugh or two, a listener shout out if you guys want to throw some in the comments. And
we're not doing any more listener shout outs. Okay, we started off that earlier, and I'm not going to be caught up with any other Bart Simpson's listener shout outs. Okay, they're completely gone. Okay, stop laughing. Okay, stop laughing.
Can't help it.
Yeah, I know you can't help it. It's literally, he's got it on replay every night before he goes to bed. You know, he thinks it was so funny, and the fact that it wasn't him set up. But don't worry, I am looking for someone who's going to help me set up this man, because I tell you what, by show number 117, I hope it's my turn to sit there laughing at him. Anyway, should we get on with the Christmas party, because we're 43 minutes in and we need to mention the Make-A-Wish Foundation and the Christmas party on the 21st of December at 3 p.m. US Central and 9 p.m. UK time. And it is time for the 2-minute video, which basically makes you want to basically pull out your tissues, have a good cry, also pull out your money out of your pocket, and make sure you join us on the 21st of December for our Christmas party. Okay, nice video for you this evening. It's only 2 minutes long, so we won't lose Bubba. You know, he won't run off as he normally does. Okay, here we go. You've got to remove the Christmas party picture. Can I remove that one? That's it. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to add this one to stage. And as we've got a bit of a sporting theme going on at the Seeds party at the moment, and we're putting up with the Viking show on a Monday, which we're absolutely all loving. I'm sure I'm going to have to do a soccer show. Actually, it's not soccer, it's football, and President Trump says so.
You said it. You said it.
So I'm going to basically, we're going to have a football show. I'm going to follow Man United for the night, because that's my football team. Okay, so I think we should have a football show here on the scenes as well. But anyway, this is Make-A-Wish, okay, and it's come over from ESPN, and it was out on July 13th. Have a listen.
On ESPN's My Wish, you've seen inspiring and emotional stories since 2006 of children facing critical illness.
I was like, thank you, but you just saved my life.
Once again, Make-A-Wish and ESPN are making sports wishes come true.
¿Qué onda, Alejandro? Te habla tu amigo el Canelo. Prepárate para que te vengas a entrenar conmigo.
And the fun and laughter is only beginning.
I think it's only fitting that we see you out here in Savannah.
Feel the pure joy as these kids have once-in-a-lifetime experiences.
You are required to have the most fun of your life. Can you do that for us?
Thanks to the Savannah Bananas, CJ Stroud and the Houston Texans, boxing superstar Canelo Alvarez.
Why's that finger one?
Because I'm number one.
And Justin Jefferson and the Minnesota Vikings.
So make me cry.
All the feels start July 13th, only on SportsCenter.
There you go, everyone. I just want to say a special thank you to all of the sports stars and movie stars over in the US who are supporting the kids at Make-A-Wish Foundation. Thank you so, so much for giving up your time. I know you have incredibly tight schedules, but the fact that you meet these kids and give them their dreams, do you know what? Thank you so, so much for all you do, because actually it means so much to all these kids. So well done to all of those movies and sports stars. You know, you've recently met. Is it the Vikings when you were doing your interviews on Monday? You know, some of the sort of the players and things like that. I heard about your interview. It must be quite like, you know, being overwhelming meeting some of these people. You know, at the games and showing them at the team project what they do.
I was stress sweating like crazy. So earlier in September, I got to go and cover a PGA Tour event. It was a Tour of Champions. And it was an event that featured two NFL Hall of Famers, Rondé Barber and Chris Carter, Super Bowl champions. It also featured fellow Brit Sir Nick Faldo, who was the world #1 golfer for 92 weeks. He is a member of the World Golf Hall of Fame. I made the massive faux pas of calling the Open one of the other major championships. He had a good ribbing on me, but I didn't mean it in that way, but it was a great moment nonetheless. The man's a knight. He can say whatever he wants to me. It's not going to offend me. But yeah, it was my first time being around such a high caliber of athlete in that capacity. We had a 45-minute presser with them, asking them questions about anything that we wanted to, and having these men who have reached the pinnacle of their individual sports respectively to look at me and to answer my question was something really special. And I didn't feel it all out of place there, AJ. I mean, I've spoken with Rock and Roll Hall of Famers, with Grammy nominees, and I feel in so many ways that I was built for this. I mean, it's just a conversation, but a lot of people freeze in those moments, and I just don't shut up. That's really what it comes down to.
Do you know what? That's why we get on so well. I don't shut up too, but and do you know what? One thing that I absolutely love out of all the people that I've interviewed, it must be now over 200 people in the music industry, in the movie scenes, and sports stars and things like that. But what I love is that they are just generally nice people, and are happy to have a chat with you, and even where I've seen just basically kick off their shoes and just treat it as a normal conversation. And I think, if you're going to go and see somebody, at a live gig, please give them the respect that they have. They are normal people. They will come and give you their time. They will come and give you their autographs, and that's how they want to be treated. They just want to be treated as one of the other guys and girls, so the more naturally you talk to people, the more time they're going to respect you and come and see you. But, exactly the same with independent stars, give them the time and make sure that you actually go to things like their merchandise table, because it's their living. They're doing this on a daily basis. And, at the end of the day, most of them have a full-time job. They could be, I don't know, sweeping the roads, or, they could be doing anything, working in McDonald's or something like that. But in the night time, they're out on the stage entertaining you all. But please, they need your merchandise tickets, your t-shirts and your hats and God knows what else to keep them going, So, but they're just generally nice people. They really are. They really are.
Thank you for the comment, Michael. I appreciate that greatly. And I can't wait to have you on an interview with the Scene Projects. One of our taglines for the show is making friends feel like rock stars and making rock stars feel like friends. And I think that's so important in this life, that we are all the same. We are all just humans. Some of us have been blessed beyond belief in our lives, and I consider myself one of those people. It's why I strive so hard to give back to organizations like Operation Combating Veteran Suicide and our partners at Pillars of Valor, sponsors of our Scene Project Sports Network, or associations like Angel Cars USA that you see above my head, who put us on the tour bus down in Nashville and helped to sponsor all of that coverage, is because I don't measure success in numbers, in dollars and cents. I measure it in impact and my impact on this world. And I think that's how a great many of successful people start to measure their success as well. There's only so much money that you're going to have a chance to spend in this life. Especially if you don't have a whole slew of habits and addictions in your background, which thankfully for me, I've left a lot of that life behind me. I'm addicted to podcasting, and honestly, this is one of the cheapest addictions I've ever had. So I'm very grateful.
Great addiction to have. It's a great addiction to have. Apart from paying for StreamYard, which is absolutely extortionate. Come on, get your prices down, StreamYard. Apart from that, it's absolutely an addiction to actually enjoy, because we get to meet some great people at the end of the day. And, I totally agree with you. I had someone come up to me and we were talking again about that dread. I'm going to ban the word StreamYard and ban the word streaming, okay? So if anyone comes up to me and asks me whether or not can I help them make 2 million streams on a streaming channel, I think I'm going to literally chuck you in the bin, Okay, because it is about making you as an artist, making you what you want to feel in terms of your connection to music. You know, who do you want to play out to? Your best friends, your family, your fans. And actually, that's what makes music. You know, if you think that great Freddie Mercury moment when he was singing in front of 90,000 people at Wembley Stadium and they all sung his song back and basically with their lights up in the air, in the dark. And I tell you what, those are absolutely amazing moments. They're the ones you capture, not the 2 million streams, which basically aren't going to earn you anything. So please, if you want to come and get into the music industry, it is finding it from the heart, not from the pocket.
Well, speaking of amazing people, there's no one better for me to finish off this day with. This is my good friend Samantha Grimes with her song The Manor. Samantha is a Josie Award winner. She also won the Maverick Award from the Midwest Country Music Organization this year. She's become a great friend in the music business out here in the Midwest, Wisconsin based, but from Minnesota. This is Samantha Grimes with her song The Manor.
Was convinced he was Jesus Christ. His mama didn't want to take the court's advice. He was baptizing near the Rocky Shoals. She swore, goddamn, my boy's saving souls. Every other day the sheriff was called. Another out-of-towner must have been appalled. He said, hey, Noah, do you think today's the day we take you to the manor? Chrissy had a daddy who would watch her dress. Said she looked like a mama who had long since passed. And every night he'd come into her bedroom. Till late one night she had had enough. Chrissy called the state and said the times were too tough. And she begged the social worker to take her from his clutches. Instead they took her to the manor. Big walls and bigger bars. Couldn't see the sun, couldn't see the stars. Noah and Chrissy hit it off real well. She said she'd save him from himself. He said he'd save her from hell. And every night they planned their great adventure. And 6 months later it was time to fly. The guards were off duty, so they said their goodbyes. And they hid together in the compost bin. Said they're never, ever, ever going back again to the manor. Later a postcard came from Erie, Indiana, bearing no last names. It was a short message of poorly written grammar, in a script that was hard to read. It asked the warden and director just to let them be. For once they were happy, and they ended with, give our best to the manor.
And if you'd like to hear more Samantha Grimes, I have a couple episodes of her. She was a feature on the Songwriter Showcase, our very first one that we did just a short year ago. That is available on Roku with the True TV Plus app. You can find it there and only there. And that concludes our show today, AJ. What a great mix of music we brought to the table today.
It's been absolutely great. It has been absolutely amazing. And how are we going to top that on a Thursday night, eh? We are going to have to be doing some digging. And I know, Michael, you said that you want me to send one of yours in tomorrow, but yeah, we're not having Christmas songs tomorrow. You have got a film soundtrack, which has just come out, and I'm not going to mention it, but we are going to bring it to you tomorrow. And I'll tell you what, for all those people who have been texting me about how do I get my music recognized on games and TV, I tell you what, Michael Kaggle is your bloke to tell because he's just got his on amazing movies. So yeah, there you go. It does happen, and it can happen.
And one more time, like to mention our Christmas party. If you have some Christmas songs, we would love for you to send them in to us and to have them played at our Christmas party. That will be December 21st, coming up quick here, 3 p.m. Central Time US, 9 p.m. out in the UK. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to raise money for Make-A-Wish Foundation and to do some good in this world this holiday season. It's going to be an absolutely lovely evening or afternoon wherever you are. We'll share some drinks, we'll share some songs, we'll share some season's greetings, and we'll all do it together right here live on the Scene Project's YouTube channel and other streaming platforms.
Fantastic. So it's just a last comment from Michael for the night. Fantastic. I like that. Okay, we will be back tomorrow, and we will also bring Michael to who's with him tomorrow because we have got some great tracks coming up. Have a pleasant evening all, and also a pleasant afternoon over the US, and it's a good night from the UK. See you later, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Welcome to Unsigned Spotlight, the daily live show from the Scene Projects. We shine a light on the best unsigned musical talent from around the world, featuring songs from independent artists across all genres. This is where passionate music heads, emerging artists, and curious listeners come together to discover what's next.